So my brain rewired itself. It was about 3 weeks in when I first saw him. It was 3 a.m. on a Tuesday shift. My eyes were burning, dry from the recirculated air and the blue light. The video that popped up was a wide shot of a public park in London. It was overcast, gray. People were walking dogs, jogging, pushing strollers. It looked normal. I was about to hit the green button when my finger hovered. In the background, standing near a cluster of oak trees, was a man. He was far away, just a bundle of pixels, but something about him arrested my attention. Everyone else in the frame was in motion, blurred by the shutter speed, mid-stride, active. But this man was perfectly static. He was wearing a gray suit that seemed ill-fitting, too broad in the shoulders, and he was facing the camera directly. I didn't know why, but a cold prickle of unease ran down the back of my neck. I checked the timer. 4 seconds. I hit save and moved on. The image vanished, replaced by a cooking tutorial, but the image stuck in my mind. 2 days later, I saw him again. This time, the video was a handheld shot inside a subway station in Tokyo. The camera was shaky, focused on a group of teenagers laughing and dancing. The audio was a cacophony of screeching brakes and Japanese pop music. I was scanning for extreme when I saw the reflection in the subway car window. Standing on the platform, behind the glass, was the man in the gray suit. He wasn't looking at the teenagers. He was looking at the person holding the camera. Or maybe he was looking at the lens itself. He stood with his hands at his sides, posture rigid, like a soldier at attention. The train began to move, blurring the reflection, but he didn't turn his head. He just watched the train leave. I flagged the video as safe, but my heart was starting to scream. I tried to tell myself it was a coincidence. The world is a big place, but humans are pattern-seeking machines. Maybe gray suits are just common. Maybe I was projecting. The isolation of the job was getting to me. I went home that morning, the sun rising over the city, and felt like a ghost haunting my own life. I slept for 4 hours and dreamed of static. The sightings became more frequent. A week later, I was processing a batch of travel vlogs. One video was from a bustling market in Marrakech. The colors were vibrant, spices, textiles, the golden sun. The camera panned across a crowd. There, in the shadow of an awning, between a stall selling brass lamps and a man selling rugs, the man in the gray suit. He was closer this time. I could see details I hadn't noticed before. He was wearing a white shirt under the suit, buttoned to the top, no tie. His face was nondescript, middle-aged, pale, receding hairline. He looked like an accountant or a mid-level bureaucrat. But it was his expression that chilled me. It was blank, completely devoid of emotion. He wasn't browsing. He wasn't waiting for someone. He was just occurring. He was occupying space with a terrifying intensity. And then I saw it. Around his neck, hanging against the white of his shirt, was a blue lanyard. I leaned in, violating the posture rules, squinting at the high-definition screen. The video was 4K, crisp and clear. The lanyard had a logo on it, a stylized, interlocking white knot on a blue background. I looked down at my own chest. I was wearing the same lanyard. It was the company logo, our company logo.